Hello and welcome, guys. Thank you for joining me again for another night of Facebook Live. Also, thank you guys that are joining me on the replay from YouTube and or SoundCloud. Tonight is the last night of the audience pick topics, and tonight the topic that I will be addressing is what is my advice and or encouragement for the students. So we'll get to that here in just a second, because we know that with the COVID-19 pandemic that's happening throughout our nation, we know that it has caused some changes to have to be made, not only in education, but also in our day-to-day lives, guys. So as you're joining me tonight, please go ahead and like and share this video, and we'll get ready to just share with you what some of my advice or my encouragement that I have for students during this time. Now, first of all, let me say that I know that a lot of students, especially to those that were graduating from the various levels of education, that a lot of ceremonial celebrations and things like that have been put on hold. And it may seem like, that you've missed out on a whole lot, or maybe that you've been robbed of having that celebration and just having your family and friends come and gather with you and just celebrate you. First of all, just let me tell you that I am proud of you. You are amazing. And don't let this pandemic or the changes that we're having to go through, don't let this stop you. Don't let it stop you. Continue to dream. Continue to reach higher heights. Continue to press forward. This is just another stepping stone that you're just going to have to cross in life. And believe you me, whether it's this or whether it's something else later down the road, you're going to have these kind of situations come up in life. Not everything is always the way we dream it or vision it. And sometimes obstacles or barriers or situations just get in the way while we're on our way. Okay, so guys, let me just encourage you to be encouraged. Continue to dream. Now is the time to also continue to press. Continue to press for that future that you desire for yourself. Continue to make the connections. Continue to apply for those schools that, especially for those that are graduating high school and those that are graduating college. Consider those career opportunities that you've always dreamt of. Don't let this stop you. Let this be the fuel you need to tap into that creative mindset, to tap into that innermost part of yourself that is ready for bigger and better things. Because I do believe that even with all the changes that we've had to endure throughout this pandemic, that there are still greatness that we have yet to tap into, and we're waiting on you. So guys, be encouraged. I celebrate you. Those around you are celebrating you. And when we're able to come together, we're just going to love on you and just help you in any way we can to achieve those things that you desire to achieve. Now, with that being said, guys, let's wrap our hands around these kids, especially those that from the high school level, because I know that that is a valuable milestone for many kids graduating high school. And then for those that are graduating college, let's keep them encouraged, because they're coming out in search of a career. They're coming out in search of to find their place in the workforce and in a profession. Let's keep them lifted in our prayers and in our thoughts, and let's be the answers that they seek. Let's be the encouraging voice that we can for them. Now, we know that education has taken a alternative route. And I say alternative because some of you kids, now you listen to me, if you listening to this video, just because changes are made does not mean that you feel like now you don't have to learn. Learning is a lifelong process. And yes, it seems well and fine that, oh, I don't have to go to school now. But education is a privilege. Let me say this for you again. Education is a privilege. It is not a right. You don't have a right to education. It is a privilege that is given to you. And how you look at education, how you perceive it, how you think about education in your mind is going to affect your ability to press forward during this time. So listen, education is a privilege. So think about it. Now, I said that to say this. Don't take it for granted. Don't take what's going on now or what has transpired in our nation for granted. You need a good quality education. So that doesn't mean that it stops just because you can't get to a schoolhouse. Because an institution for learning ought to be wherever you are. An institution for learning ought to be wherever you are. That means whether it's on your phone, the electronic device that's in your hand, from the television, wherever, that is your institution for learning. And it is a privilege for you to get that knowledge. Why? That knowledge is necessary for you to advance and be anything that you desire to be or become in your life. So to take that for granted and just say, oh, now I don't have to go to school or I don't have to get an education. Lies. They all lies. Don't tell yourself that. We can't make it, guys, without knowledge. We just can't. The education is the key to your success. It's the key to putting food on your table. It's the key to for the cycle and the legacy of your generations in you and those that are to follow. We need this. Okay? We need it. So think about where education fits in your life. Now you may think, well, I wasn't good at math anyway, or I wasn't good at reading anyway. You don't have to be the best, but you should look at it every day. I don't like to read, but you still should pick up a book and read something every day. While you're strolling down your social media pages, read something. While you're surfing the internet, read something. You should be manipulating math. Now is a good time to learn about financial literacy. Learn about money. Because I'm sure a lot of you have spent money, right? I'm sure a lot of you have been to McDonald's or the Sonic or Walmart or somewhere like that, spending money too. So this is a good opportunity to bring education to your world and let it meet you where you are. So that is my advice to you. So for those that are going into that 6th grade, from 6th through 12th grade. I've just put together a book and published it May 1st, I believe, called Time to Talk. And in that book, I address every grade from 6 through 12 on what you need to do to prepare yourself for your future. So that has to do with the classes you take. It has to do with the organizations that you need to start thinking about and getting involved with. It also talks about scholarships and funding and what you can do to start saving money and planning for your future. Now, that is a valuable resource for you. If you don't get that book for nothing else but for that chapter on Time to Talk education, it is going to be beneficial for you. Because step by step, from grade 6 all the way through 12, that book is going to be your best friend. I didn't leave anything out. So what you need to plan for your future, it's in the book. So it's a valuable resource. So another thing is to search the internet for summer courses that can help you improve in the areas where you struggled in school. Search on the internet for summer courses in the subject areas where you struggled in regular school. Search it. Find you some courses. Find you some tutors. Find you some mentors to help you in those areas where you struggled in school. Now is a good time to take advantage of not being able to be outside the house, but building your skills in those areas. So if I struggled in math, I'm going to search Eventbrite, or I'm going to search Google. I'm going to search YouTube on some mentoring or some tutoring classes for that subject that I struggled in, whether it's algebra, fractions, decimals, geometry, whatever it is, I'm going to be searching that. Okay? Now, for you college kids, I do know that this has been a blessing and a curse within itself. But guys, don't give up on your dreams. Don't neglect to continue to take care of business. Don't neglect to continue to explore options for completing your education. Explore options for your career. Okay? So that is my advice to you. That is my encouragement to you. And if you have any questions, because my expertise and my background and my experience is in education, feel free to leave me a comment. Feel free to go to my website, and feel free to reach out to me, and I will be glad to assist you in any way I can. Okay? So I'm willing to help you, help yourself, as we're trying to all transition through this time. So I'm offering my services to you. If you have questions, just reach out, let me know, and I'll be glad to address them with you. Now, I hope that this advice has been beneficial to you. Again, in the book, Time to Talk, there is a chapter specifically just for this, telling you step by step, by grade level, what you can do to help continue to plan for your future. Okay? All right, guys. I thank you for joining me tonight. Tonight is the last night of our audience pick topics. We'll come here tomorrow night as we'll begin a new series. You guys have a good night.